This video is step 3 for your color scheme painting unit. This video will walk you through your second boot camp activity of value. We are going to start by talking a little bit about monochromatic color schemes. A monochromatic color scheme uses one color and tints and shades of that one color. Black and white photography is a great example of a monochromatic artwork. White, black, and a full range of contrasting values of gray can be found within an image. When working with color, tints are made by mixing a pure color into white. Shades are made by mixing black into a pure color. Today you will be working on mixing all 6 tints and all 6 shades of our 6 pure colors. As I get started on my value boot camp, there's a couple different things that you're going to need. You're going to need a small amount of craft sticks. We're going to be doing a lot of mixing here. And you can see inside my palette, it's been cleaned, starting fresh. I've got 6 wells with a small amount of white paint. I've got 4 of my pure colors in the remaining wells. I've also then got some blue and violet inside the center of my palette with some white that will stay clean and some black that will hopefully stay clean. Now I'm going to start by mixing my tint of red. Now we know that to make a tint we are going to add our pure color into the white. Remember, we're always going to use our dark paint mixed into our light paint. It's not going to take a lot of that color to change my white. As I'm mixing, I want to make sure that I'm mixing thoroughly so that I do not have streaks of either white or my pure color. And then once I'm finished, I'm going to go ahead and paint that tint into the square on my boot camp worksheet. So I'm making sure that I have paint on my brush bristles. I'm going to paint nice long brush strokes, painting inside those lines the best that I can, keeping in mind that neatness is important, but I'm looking for those tints and shades as I'm grading your work. As you can see, I now have my tints complete. I have each tint painted here on my boot camp worksheet, plus I have those tints in my palette. You can also see that I have my 6 pure colors here ready to work on with my shades. So again, we work dark into light, and it's not going to take a lot of black to change any of the colors that we're working with here. So I'm going to take a little bit of black and stir it into my red. Now again, my goal here is to have a noticeable difference in my pure color. My tint is lighter, my shade is darker. Remember, there's a lot of different tints and shades that you can make. You know, looking at my tints, my yellow is a darker tint of yellow, whereas my green is a lighter tint of green, and that is okay. A successful monochromatic piece of artwork is going to have lots of different tints. Use the original color as well with your shade. So once I have that mixed, I'll go ahead and take that paint using long brush strokes and apply it to the paper. Shades might start to look a little bit thinner, especially if you have water in your brush. So try to make your shades look as even as you can. As I'm finishing up with my shade of violet here, you can see that some of the colors are noticeably different. But if you're having troubles telling as you're mixing the paint if your color is changing, feel free to ask a neighbor, to see if they can see a noticeable change. And again, if you can't see that change, adding a little bit more of your darker color wouldn't hurt. Now once you have all of your tints complete, and all of your shades complete, you are ready to move on to video number 4 about intensity.